careful, no problem.
Okay.
I'm going to wake you. Let's do this.
I gotta run to see who reached first. Oh, this is the job of a cameraman. Cameraman gotta see who win the race. Look what we got a winner in front already. Good morning. Not a beautiful morning. It's raining. It's rainy. Hi, good morning, folks. How are you girls doing? It's kind of dark. I'm not really seeing you all. Thankfully, these white vehicles are enhancing y'all glow. I was just like, good morning. How are you doing? Life couldn't get better except for the rain.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you. Well, you invited me, so I had to come.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Hey, what's
For
up?
your support for these
Lovely
ones.
kids, yes, the loved ones, yes.
especially
Yes.
your girls, Ryan.
Soraya, actually, in the car.
Right in here.
She's smiling up there. What kind of job it?
Good
Morning,
morning.
brother.
You're early.
Earlier than you.
Or
I live close by, that's right. Yes.
Early bird
Catches the worm,
That's you.
Yeah, I do. Left my best life up.
What's up?
Okay, now.
What's up?
My little friend Soraya. Good morning, Soraya. She blushing up, she's shy. Don't worry. Got a beautiful morning. I'm down here by Autism Awareness. Children with autism shine differently in their own unique ways. That's true. Well said.
that's true.
All right. And this event is sponsored by ExxonMobil, I think, right?
Yes.
I thought I saw the sign. It's at the back here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, ExxonMobil. All right. Now, these are all our sponsors today. You see ExxonMobil big at Carna, they got Torsional Paint, Ministry of Health, Sterling, Republic Bank, Glass, No GPC Hand in Hand, Algu, Shelley's, Ramroop, Auto Pit. Alright. So yeah. That'll be a big up to all these guys, you know, for bringing awareness to autism in Guyana. Alright? And also I'm here to bring more awareness, you know, to share this event with you guys. You know, autism is real and these kids need special love. Alright? Come to sorry. Good morning, good morning. So, I'm all decked out in my blue shirt, you know, joining hands with everybody else here to bring awareness to autism in Guyana. We are about to get started.
For the late start.
We have the Honorable Minister there, Dr. Frank Anthony.
Thank you for being here.
Let's let the
Just a minute, I'll be
minister
back.
do the walk. We have, you know, about half capacity turnout so far, but main thing we get started and you know, we are gonna go for the walk. I'm gonna partner Raffman here, boy. We're going with it. Alright. I didn't see this man a long time, you know. Alright, good. We are about to begin the walk. Alright. As you can see here, the Honorable Minister there, the red. And the rest of the folks. We're doing meeting, we walking. Alright. Where is my team? They're coming?
Come on. It's baby give me Sean. Yes.
Sorry I didn't bring the drone. But we're going for a 1 mile walk. Alright? Yeah. We're just walking around the park. Oh, it's less than a mile walk. I used to do this a lot. 7 laps. You just I guess you're just walking in the park. Alright, we have the guys passing by. You can see all the way down to the back. So many folks going to join this walk, which is amazing. Yeah, listen. We need to spread more awareness for autism. That's a nice message the young lady having there. In a world where you can be anything, just be kind. And that's a powerful message. Yes. Be kind in a world where you can be anything. Hello. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Uncle Danny.
Hello, hello. Hi there. Yes, yes, you're gonna be on TV. Wow, we have the ambulance, we have, you know, a couple of vehicles there, just in case there's any emergency. Just nice, you know. So I hope they wait for the rest of us here at the back. Yeah, that's another great message. Autism is not a choice. Accepting it is a choice. So that's another powerful message here. You know, nobody asks to become autism. It's not a choice. You know, these kids need love too. They're wonderful kids.
Alright, let's go. Play some music so we can dance our way around the park. Autism is proof, love needs no words. Come on.
Autism is proof, love needs no words.
Alright, autism is not a choice, it's an acceptance is.
Autism is not a choice, it's an acceptance is.
One more time, autism is not a choice, acceptance is. Alright, we just want to say thanks again to everybody who are so disciplined and, you know, took the time out to come out and do this. We so appreciate it. So let's get back as quick as possible and get into the program. Almost there. Wow! Can't believe this. Who are taking count of the time we're taking to get there? Is it 10 minutes? 10 minutes?
15 minutes. Well, 15 minutes.
We can do another. We can do another lap, driver. Huh? Fine. Let's play the music, PJ. Come on. All right, let's go.
So who first reached back at the
Who
park?
first reach back? Where is this person?
No cameraman.
Come on, I'm trying to win you. Be careful, no problem.
Okay.
I'm trying to win you. Let's do this.
Now I gotta run to see who reached first. Oh, this is the job of a cameraman. Cameraman gotta see who win the race. Look what we got a winner in front already.
I can't do it. That's a young boy.
Yes. All right, so so the young lady made it first. All right. Gladys coming third. All right, not bad, not bad. Well done to all of you. You made it. 6 of you? Yes. Well done. The young lady got first.
Yes, yes. So she's gonna get a gift card.
Yes. Yeah. All right.
Which one of the young ladies?
With the long hair.
Not eligible.
Oh yeah, age. They should have a category with age. Yeah, man, morning, brother. All right, so this is the folks. You know, not everybody came on the walk. Some of them might still be under the tents. All right. So we're back to the ground. Oh.
Yes, yes. Enjoyed it.
All right, pleasure. Pleased to meet you.
Hey, I love
Yes.
you.
Oh,
Good job, keep it up.
no.
We did the one.
This is our first prize winner. Congratulations. Good. Yes. Oh, that's your daughter?
No, my niece.
Niece, okay. Okay.
This is Samir's sister.
Sister, oh, nice. As promised, there is the gift.
My name is Ashwini Saran. I will be taking you through this morning's program. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I want to thank you, Angelina, and the Samir Unique Me team. Thank you to the Ministry of Health for providing me this space for my workshop on Friday. I think it was a great success. I met a lot of you. I got to speak with a lot of teachers and a lot of other parents and just connect. I will say it's been a busy couple of days. I'm soaking wet because I just ran a half a mile, I think, which I didn't think was part of the package here, but here I am. So Angelina and I have known each other for several years. She has spent so much time learning about autism, not only through her own personal experience, but also has spent a lot of time in the U.S. training with many professionals, many who are my own colleagues, who support children and adults with autism. She is an advocate born through love of her family and a fierce sense of justice. And she's very humble, but I just want to give her one more round of applause. Through her, I've had the privilege of helping many teachers and families in Guyana learn about autism and speech and language delays. And a few days ago, we were in the car talking about this walk. We had a lot of time because we were sitting in Georgetown traffic, trying to get over the bridge. Does that sound familiar? So anyway, it got me thinking about this weekend and the parents I've met and the purpose of this event and why we walk. I want you to know that you coming here today makes a statement. It says that you care. Yesterday, people in my country, in the U.S., gathered all around for a similar statement. They think everybody deserves the right for education and health care, and it says we all care. In many ways, what we're doing here is similar. We walk because all children deserve medical care and evidence-based therapy to improve their quality of life. We walk because all children with disabilities deserve an education just like their peers. We walk for the mother or the father or the grandparent or the neighbor who needed support but maybe they couldn't make it today. Showing up to a walk is a way to say I see you and that you are not alone. We walk for people with disabilities who can't advocate for themselves, those who need a voice. And we walk for autism awareness and acceptance. When we walk, maybe one more person will become curious and they'll want to learn more, because walking makes autism visible. This is how we keep the momentum and how we move forward. And this is how change happens, with persistence and patience and action, like today. We know that when we lift up one child or one struggling parent or one teacher who wants to learn more about autism, we are all better for it. Our communities, our society, and no matter what country you live in, whether it's the US or Guyana, we are all better for it. So today I invite you to connect with other people here today, ask questions and become curious about what it means to be autistic or support a person with autism. Thank you all who came to be an ally, because this is how we make our way towards acceptance. Thank you very much for having me. Enjoy your morning. Try to enjoy the rain and enjoy your time with one another. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Davis, for those kind words and your continued dedication towards this movement. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is Dr. Gerard Watson. He's a neurologist whose journey has been rooted in care and community, and we just heard why we're here today and what it really means. From teaching to medicine, from clinics to classrooms, he continues to serve with a purpose. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Gerard Watson. Put your hands together for him.
Thank you. Pleasant good morning, distinguished members of the table, all other members that are here today. A warm welcome to you all. So it's my privilege to be here this morning to celebrate this auspicious occasion as we join together to bring awareness to autism in Guyana. Celebrated on the 2nd of April, the theme this year is basically advancing neurodiversity with the Sustainable Development Goals projected by the United Nations, and as well a part of our goals here in Guyana, and part of those goals being projected by the Ministry of Health is also to spread awareness of all neurological diseases across Guyana. Autism is no exception. I'd just like to reiterate what the first speaker was mentioning. So what we have started here this morning is just a part of the journey. It goes beyond the confines of the park, the national park, but it goes way beyond, even Georgetown, and spreading awareness all across Guyana. These diseases, not necessarily in the term disease, but disorder. Autism has been one of those disorders where persons, they discriminate a lot. And it's about time that we, bring more awareness to these neurological disorders in Guyana. Not excluding autism only, but other illnesses like epilepsy, attention deficit hyperactivity, intellectual disability. These are all other neurological illnesses that also shares within the confines of autism. And our job here today goes beyond walking and chanting, but it goes towards ending discrimination in our communities, in our homes, in our schools, all across the country, so that people can, accept and know that persons with autism can live a normal life. As you know, there are some famous persons who would have been diagnosed with autism and they have been functioning normally, namely persons like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Sir Isaac Newton, famous physicist, what's his name, if I remember correctly, Albert Einstein as well. So these are all individuals who were diagnosed with autism, and they have, made a significant impact in our world. And there are many persons among us today, children, adults, who are suffering with this illness, and they can live a normal life. And it's not something that, we look down upon, but it's more or less acceptance. And that's the common word for today, learning to accept. Hence we are wearing the color blue to represent, this disorder because it represents being calm, it represents acceptance. So our job here today, we all have a mandate, and it's for us to go out and to share and to give all necessary information that pertains to autism and to bring some light and to end the discrimination against this disorder. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Watson. Like I said, I was intrigued, and indeed, you are continuing to share your passion, and we're truly grateful for that, as it has been growing beyond medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is Mr. Karel Minner. I had to make that correction there. Very important there. The Operations Support Manager, ExxonMobil Guyana Limited, and a continued supporter of today's work. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly put your hands together for Mr. Minner.
Oh, no, thank you.
All right, well, all protocols observed. Permit me to say a very warm welcome to everyone, as well as my distinguished fellow speakers. As a company that understands inclusion at every level, ExxonMobil is very proud to support some here uniquely need and this autism walk today. Now, while I'm a representative of the company, I'm also the proud father of a daughter with autism. So this makes me very proud that ExxonMobil supports such important initiatives. We recognize that awareness is not enough. We also have to advocate. We have to advocate for the change and take a call to action to educate, to help create awareness, promote inclusion, and create a very supportive environment. Now, the theme for Autism Acceptance, the World Autism Acceptance 2025 is to celebrate differences. And I really like that theme as a father of the child of autism. Think of this as a celebration today as well. Because through that, why that's so important is that it challenges us to see our own unique differences and accept others and understand that it's normal that people are different from each other. So it's a bit of a change of a frame of mindset. Not to think of autism as a condition that needs to be fixed, but rather look at the individual uniqueness of people with autism in our community and the values that they bring to our community. Now, my personal journey has shown me firsthand the challenges that someone that takes care of a person with autism will face every day, be that navigating through the school system, healthcare, or managing social interactions at school or in the playground. But one thing I've recognized is that people with autism have this tremendous resilience, and they are so strong. And that is a big value to us in our community. Now let me connect a little bit back to the theme of celebrating differences. Let me tell you a little story about something that I learned a few years ago. It was probably a Sunday like this when my wife and I walked into a supermarket. And as we walked in, we saw a young boy in a wheelchair, and he had physical and mental disabilities. My wife, the first thing she did is she put on a big smile, she walked over to that boy, and she greeted him and said, "Good morning, how are you doing?" And I wish you could see that boy's face lit up and smile, waving and interacting. Because he was so happy to get somebody that came up in public to greet him. And his caretaker, probably one of his parents, honestly even had a bigger smile for my wife actually coming over and saying hi. So as a parent, I have to say, sadly, I have to admit that more than once I've seen my daughter being ignored at social events, or sometimes even worse, other kids being mean to her. So I want you to take a minute to think about that. How would you feel if you are regularly ignored? So here's the lesson that I learned from my wife that day. First of all, acknowledge those that are different from you. Secondly, be kind. And thirdly, show respect. Now we know that 1 month of activities doesn't seem nearly enough, but any focus that we can put on autism is valuable, and it will make a change to those that have that do have autism. And the more focus we can put on this and shine a spotlight, the better. And we sure should take advantage of that. So to do that, ExxonMobil Guyana Limited supports non-governmental organizations that have the knowledge and expertise that can actually pinpoint in communities those activities that will truly matter and make a difference. And I want to thank Samir Uniquely Me, because you are the voice, you are that voice for autism. Through your education and coaching that you are deploying in the communities, you are making a difference. So Angelina, to you, the teachers, your support staff, thank you. Thank you for your dedication, because you are making a difference in this community. So this is really the kind of initiative that we want to support, and we hope that through our advocacy, which is essential to creating a more inclusive environment, that we can make a change as well and make a difference. So on behalf of ExxonMobil Guyana Limited, we hope that this demonstrates our commitment to communities and supporting those groups that are vulnerable in the community. You know, being here with some of my colleagues, I see that they're all over here. It makes me so proud to be here today. You know, we are also a part of this community. So this morning it's been a pleasure to walk with you, see old friends, meet some new friends. And I just want to tell you, even with the rain today, we made a difference. And for everyone that was here today, thank you for the other sponsors, parents, other community members that are here. Trust that us showing a spotlight and making others aware of autism is going to make the life of kids with autism better. So let me leave you with this. Together, let's continue to celebrate differences. Let's continue to advocate for those individuals with autism. And by doing so, we can help all children grow in a supportive environment and thrive. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, especially for giving us that personal touch. And of course, to all parents who are here who are understanding and relating more to what is going on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to pause a minute and acknowledge the presence of Ms. Chanting, who is the coordinator of the Migrant Unit at the Ministry of Education. She's also been working with a lot of students, and I'm happy you're here with us. Can you give her a round of applause for being here? And also to all teachers who, like Ms. Miller would have mentioned, are playing an integral role and are very important and a crucial role in how our children are actually understanding their life at school. Who I deeply admire, someone whose leadership has been moving the healthcare system in Guyana, ensuring an inclusive One Guyana. Someone, despite his busy portfolio, always finds the time to be here. And speaking of no other than the Honorable Dr. Frank Anthony. Put your hands together for our Minister. Can you stand and welcome our Minister. Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Dr. Davis, Dr. Watson, Mr. Maynard, the team from Samir Uniquely Me, and all of you who are here, parents, and everybody who is supporting this morning. This morning I was thinking whether or not this would actually happen. Because when I woke up and I looked out the window, there was a lot of rain. So I said to myself, there's no way this is going to happen. This is going to be a washout, right? In cricketing terms, you would say, well, no play. But nevertheless, because on Friday, the last thing I did when I was leaving, Angelina came up and she gave me a t-shirt and said, I hope I see you there. So I said, yes, I'm going to be there. So I didn't want to break that promise. So I got out, I came here, and then when I got here, I saw people were busy trying to arrange chairs, get things in order. So I said, okay, like something is happening. And I didn't expect a walk, but there we go. You know, we had a walk through. So I think everything that you guys planned actually happened. Probably didn't happen at the scale that we wanted it to, but I think it happened. And that shows that, you know, you're very purposeful in what you're trying to achieve here. This organization, I think, was born out of personal need, because at the time there weren't many options for kids who had autism, or the parents where they could take their children. And so, because we didn't have those facilities, Angelina and her team started to do this work. And over time, what we saw is that people with similar needs gravitated towards her. And I think that's a good thing, in the sense that we are now able to at least offer some amount of services to the children who need these services. I got interested in what they were doing because a friend of mine was intimately involved with what they were doing. He's no longer with us today, Dr. Hardat Prasad, but he actually used to give some advice, I think, to Angelina and her team. And, you know, over the years, he would constantly tell me, you know, these guys are working hard, they're doing stuff, they need some help, they need some advice, see what you can do. And on one occasion, he actually dragged me off to one of the walks, so I was there on a walk. And then I saw that, you know, it's an area that in our society we have not paid a lot of attention to. And it deserves attention because there are families with children who don't know what to do. And so I think by lifting awareness, getting people to understand that this is not the end of the road, that we can actually do something about this. And the earlier we diagnose these conditions, it is the better for the children, because then we are able to put them into care. Care in the sense that we can teach them the right things so that they don't seem like being odd, right? We need to teach them how to interact with people and so forth. And I think once we're able to get those messages, help to change those behaviors, help to understand them, because a lot of parents don't know what the child is going through. And we need to teach the parents to understand how to communicate as well. And I think once we can get that across, it makes a big difference. And that's where this school is uniquely situated, because they're helping to bridge that gap. In the ministry, we recognize that this is an unserved area, and we wanted to do more. So the team in the rehab department over the last year, they've been working on developing policies, they've been working on developing guidelines so that we can help with the early diagnosis of children with autism. Very soon we will release those guidelines because they're already developed, and then we'll do a series of training across the healthcare system so that regardless of where you're living, in every region, we will have people trained on how to utilize these guidelines to make these early diagnoses. In the ministry, and think about this, in the ministry we have more than 400 health facilities. And if we train our primary care doctors to recognize these conditions, then it would help a great lot, because at least they would be able to recognize that there's something going on here, and even if they don't have the competence to deal with it, to be able to refer that child to specialized services. And then from there, the experts will be able to manage the child and then send them back to the primary care physician if they need to do that. So we want to make sure that at least in our primary health care system that we are able to do this first diagnosis, if you like. Then from that, we have also been working on expanding the amount of speech therapists that we have, along with the University of Guyana. But they're never enough. I think the last batch we trained, we had maybe about 12 persons that were trained. But it's never enough. Because as we expand the healthcare system, we want to make sure that these persons are available in every region. We're right now, in the next couple of months, we'll commission at least 6 new hospitals. One in Esquivel, one in Region 3, 2 here in Region 4, 1 in 5, and 1 in 6. And when you go through the hospitals, there's actually rooms that are dedicated for persons who would be practicing or working with people who need speech therapy. But we need to make sure that we have those specialists. We have a whole section in these hospitals that are dedicated, that are there for patients who need these types of services. We also have a pediatric section that we're able to provide these types of services. But we also want to make sure that we can offer additional specialized services. And next year, we'll also be opening up a new institution. That's the Maternal and Child Health Hospital, where we have about 252 beds. But it would be a lot of subspecialties here. And all these neurodevelopmental issues, we want to make sure that we have specialists who would be able to provide this type of specialist care and advice to persons who need them. So we probably didn't start the way that we should, but certainly we're not, stopping there. What we want to do is to develop these services so that people can have access to them. And I think that is what is important. I see as we develop our services, one of the things that would happen, because I've seen in many of the other Caribbean countries, they're not as advanced as us in quite a few of them. And already for other services, we see people coming here to access those services. So as we improve, we would like to share. And we would also like to get people to understand about these conditions and what can be done. And if we have been able to do something right here, then that experience should be shared with other people so that they can help the persons who are autistic in their own community. And I think what we have here in Samir uniquely neat is a good best practice that can be shared with some of the other countries in our neighborhood. And maybe that's something that you can also, maybe next year, we can organize where we have some persons who can come in here and learn from our experiences here. Because I think it has definitely made a positive impact, and that's what we would like to see. We want to make positive impacts in our community. So again, I thank you all for coming out. As everybody said, it shows that you're a very resilient community. Nothing can faze you, not even the rain. And so I'm very happy to be here with you this morning and to celebrate with you. I think as one of the speakers said, it's celebrating the difference, understanding the difference, and allow that to blossom because we can learn from each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Minister. Your presence clearly has made an impact as it continues to do. And I'm happy that you outline all of everything that's ongoing and everything that will be happening, because we do know a lot has to be done. But ladies and gentlemen, you all being here is testament that a lot is currently happening. This has brought us to the end of this morning's program. I'd just like to say thank you to each and every one of you for being here today, to members of the head table for finding the time to come here and sharing your knowledge, and especially putting that personal touch to everything that you would have said. And also, ladies and gentlemen, parents who have children who are autistic, supporters who are here, even if you're just a friend of someone and you're just here to support, it means a lot. The community is building, it is growing, and we're truly grateful for all and each and every one of you for being here. With that being said, I would just like to remind you that we have snacks at the extreme back there of my hand where I'm pointing. To my right, there is the medical center if you would like to go and visit them. And also, I would like to say, we have been hearing about Samir Uniquely Me. But do you know somebody's actually named Samir? Is Samir here? I don't know. Has anybody seen Samir? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the kind gentleman who has been the driving force to this nation change that we have seen here. I would like to remind you as well to please take as many pictures, please tag it, please post it, please share it on Facebook. Let the awareness continue. As we continue to be kind and we continue to care more, and as we head out, let's continue to walk in love, in awareness, and action. Thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
I learned autism is not a disability, it's a different ability. Yeah. And across here we have some nice food, you know, good things. And we have eye care and dental care across here for free, you know, a little checkup. Alright, which is nice. Now look, I'm running back to our fan here, you know.
Hi guys! I want to big up my mom, my dad, my brothers, everybody overseas, all my friends and family, and big up you, Mr. Ardy.
Yes.
It's good to see you again.
Likewise. Thank you so much. And you almost got into trouble.
Yes.
And you didn't big them up the first time.
These people run down my throat because I didn't big them up. It's a good thing I see Mr. Ardy again.
I did. Big up to all you guys, alright?
Goodbye.
Mom and brother and everybody, big up to you. Pleasure. All right,
Nice seeing you, Mr.
Likewise.
Ardy.
Thank you. Alright, so we're wrapping up here. So I hope you guys, you know, are aware, or you're going to spread the awareness for autism, and not only autism, as I had a word one-on-one with the Honorable Minister. You know, I brought it to his attention. We need to have awareness for diabetes also. You know, a lot of people are becoming diabetic, and a lot of people are, like friends and people that I know, diagnosed with diabetic, including myself. I'm diabetic, and we need to spread awareness. Had I known, you know, was I aware of diabetes and the repercussion or the things that to prevent it, you know, the repercussions after become diabetic, you know, the things, the restrictions that you have. If I knew the right lifestyle, the right diet, the exercise, then I might not have become diabetic. And it's something we need to spread awareness of. You know, exercise a little, eat the right food, be health conscious. We need to spread awareness, I mean generally for health awareness. So yeah, so maybe I start a drive, diabetes awareness, who knows. All right, so I want to thank you for the privilege of your time. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. You know, we like Safro to be last leaving this place. God bless you all. Peace out from the National Park. Be gone. Love you.